Hello everybody. Today we're going to look at another user request. Thank you for keeping those coming in. I really like to practice my art and at the same time possibly give you some guidance or insight from my perspective. MU, I believe this is Micron on the NASDAQ. So with no further ado, I have July 2010 data. So I have 7 years of data for MU. Monthly candles, like usually. If I have no signal on the monthly candle chart, I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to... I like having that trend, that time frame. It's long enough for me to take a minimum of trades per year, but it maximizes my probability of reaching my possible targets. A lot less whipsaws than on the weekly or daily. You have the strongest trend, the long-term trend. Of course, there's yearly candles, but I can't wait 12 years of candles for me to see if there's a breakout or not. My lifespan is just too short for that. So monthly candles, it will be. All right, MU. Whoa, nice roller coaster ride for the past 3, 4, 5 years. Just going to identify visible support, visible resistance. I don't always get it right the first time. I like to try to fit channel lines if possible. Right now it's not too obvious there, but there was some support. There was some resistance here. Now that resistance has been broken out of and turned support. We could have maybe estimated this as a bottom formation. It's like the range, $12, $35. It's not a very tight range. I like the tight ranges. So the tighter it is, and even if you have like less than 10, 15, 20% max of price action, the stronger the breakout, the more probability that you reach your possible target. These long, it looks like a bottom formation for sure, but it hasn't been tested a lot of times. This resistance turns support. I'm going to zoom that in just to condense a little bit. I'm going to add myself my black space here to be able to visualize what could happen. Just continue with this first train of thought, this first test. This could potentially give me a target right now ongoing of $61. If I was to have had played this and went for accepting this as the pattern, which would give me my target. Could it be here also? Somebody could have been a triangle. If it would be a triangle, then you would have added this to the breakout. So you could have had a target a little more conservative. It's how you, maybe not that much here. Yeah, so I'm not convinced to try. This pattern is not it's not an A++ as I would play it. It's a pattern giving you targets. Not A++. I would probably wait before playing this breakout here, and until I get a more strong candidate. Just gonna place pass. Go back here. All right. Other than that, on the shorter term, right here, we could see maybe we have some a little sideways action, conditional pattern with some support. With some resistance here around the 47 level, and some support around the 40 level here. I had to let this go on for a little while, and after that, if there's a breakout bullish eventually above the 46 level, 45 level, the height to the bottom added, and I'd have intermediate target of 52, possibly on the way to that bigger target of 61.75. Don't get greedy. The farthest targets, you'll have to stay longer. You'll have to, before you reach target, you'll have to deal with the psychological aspects of being in a trade a long time, especially if you didn't use money management protocols where you're risking 10, 15, 20% of your net asset value. You won't be able to sleep at night. These more conservative targets on the smaller continuation patterns are pretty fun to play in the sense that you're probably not going to stay a long time in there. Either get triggered fast or get triggered down to the breakdown level. And the breakdown level added to the 40. See, this probably coincides with resistance turn support here at the previous breakout level. So all these patterns, keep digging, keep drawing lines, and it starts making sense after a while. I'll stick with this analysis for now. I don't mind. Next week, I could have a different opinion on this. There's no pride issue or ego issue with that. I'll just relook at it and do the best I can and get the clearest vision right there. So my alerts are set. I'll just wait and see. I'll put one back here in case it pops up. No shame in putting multiple alerts. Anyone triggered, you come back, and even if it's an extra alert, you could say, okay, I wasn't chart morphed, wasn't an appropriate alert. I'll just reset them. No issue there. All right, I think I'll let you go. Thanks, and see ya.